And this is the straight where you open it up. Here we go. All the way up to 10,000. Yep. That's 250. That's 280. And that's 296. And very hard on the brakes. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, you really need to concentrate. Today, I'm in Portugal at the legendary Estoril track. Why is it legendary? Because in 1984, Alain Prost lost the F1 championship by just half a point to Niki Lauda. And in 1985, young Ayrton Senna won his first Grand Prix right here under torrential rain, driving a Lotus. Why am I here? To drive the brand new Lamborghini Temerario. Now this is the brand new Lamborghini Temerario, the coveted Italian brand's first V8 hybrid. Now, towards the back sits a 4-liter twin-turbo engine producing 800 horsepower from the conventional internal combustion engine, that's the petrol engine, and you have 3 more electric motors and a battery that produces another 120, do your math correctly, and you'll have 920 brake horsepower. That's about 720 to 750 Newton meters of torque. Now, this car is a feat of engineering, from the torque vectoring that happens in the front to the wonderful electric engine in the back that negates that turbo lag. It is the future of this Italian brand. Now, staying true to Lamborghini's heritage, this wonderful Temerario is of course produced in Santa Agata. And you can really see the Lamborghini DNA, but there is a whole bunch that is completely new about this car. Now, have a look at the front. Very aggressive, very beautiful, a distinctly Lamborghini front. Of course, aerodynamics is very, very important here. And they've got some interesting bits of design here. Look at that. That is for airflow right there. That is extremely, extremely interesting. The top kind of curves beautifully into the back. And if you'd like to come with me over here, of course, it's got the Alleggerita pack. I'm hoping my Italian accent is good right there. Now, that saves you about 25 kilograms. And I've driven the ordinary, of course, I use that phrase with very, very carefully. The ordinary is not ordinary at all, but I've driven the more standard version and the Alleggerita version. And the 25 kilogram difference, including the sporty seats, makes a real difference on track. And it's actually more comfortable for a chap that's slightly bigger than usual, such as myself. Now, I'll let you see the side kind of silhouette here. And gently, I'd like to bring you to the back of the car, where I think things get really interesting. Now, of course, this is a V8. It's a hot V8, as they call it. And that's because the turbos actually sit right on top of the V right here, which is a very interesting way of doing things. Of course, this car has a lot of interesting tech. It's a feat of engineering. Of course, we've had a briefing about all sorts of tech and wizardry this car has, and I could go on and on about it, but I think I'll put that in as a VO. Cue in the VO right now. At the heart of the Temerario lies the brand new 4-liter twin-turbo V8 developed entirely in-house, paired with 3 electric motors, 1 between the engine and gearbox and 2 on the front axle. It delivers a staggering 920 brake horsepower. This hot V8 revs up to 10,000 RPM with a flat plane crankshaft and titanium conrods echoing racing DNA. The result? Explosive linear power and visceral sound that intensifies with every rev, blending electrified torque with raw combustion fury. Now let's talk about aerodynamics. The Lamborghini Temerario reaches the apex of aerodynamic innovation with a 103% increase in rear downforce over the Huracán Evo and up to 158% with the Alleggerita pack. Every detail is sculpted for performance. From vortex generators under the car to hexagonal DRLs that double as airflow deflectors, it's engineered to slice through air with precision. Even the wing mirrors and roof channel play aerodynamic roles, directing cooling airflow to the hybrid system and generating maximum downforce at speed. Now for those track-focused purists, the Alleggerita package is a game changer indeed. Shredding over 25 kilograms, it features carbon fiber body panels, a titanium muffler, and lightweight glass. The aerodynamics get a boost too, with high-load rear spoiler and CFRP elements enhancing airflow. Inside, racing-style carbon door panels and polycarbonate windows bring motorsport minimalism to life. It's not just lighter, it's sharper, faster, and more precise where it counts. The space frame. Beneath its sculpted body, the Temerario debuts a next-gen aluminium space frame designed for hybrid performance. With 20% more torsional stiffness than the Huracán, it's lighter, stronger, and smarter. Innovative casting techniques reduces welds by over 80%, while hydroformed and hollow extrusions optimize strength to weight. It's a technical masterpiece that anchors the car's dynamics, rigid in corners, forgiving on the road, and ready for the track. Now over here, I think the rear of the car is something to pay a lot of attention to. The exhaust is up high, and of course in the Alleggerita pack, the exhaust comes in titanium, of course saving you lots of weight. There you've got plenty of carbon fiber here. The inspiration here is from MotoGP bikes, where the angle and the whole shape behind reminds us of that. Funnily enough, Estoril Circuit these days is used for a lot of MotoGP races. Just wanted to show you the back over here. All in all, a magnificent piece of Italian craftsmanship right out of Santa Agata. Welcome to the interior of the Lamborghini Temerario, and here it's distinctly more spacious than the Huracán. Let me tell you a little bit about the car. You've got a flat bottom steering wheel here with lots of these kind of dials. So you've got your race modes here. You can raise the car over here. You've got your EV recharge mode over here, and a whole bunch of your conventional controls here. The Alleggerita pack comes with these wonderful sport seats that are, well, race seats, let's say. They're a little bit more, help you get cocooned in here, and they are simply magnificent. And they give you a little bit more room as well. Right in front of you, you've got your digital gauges. Those are completely digital, great. And your kind of vision is fantastically done. Great mirrors, great mirror there. There is no obstruction whatsoever. Right in the middle, you've got your infotainment system, very intuitive, very quick, developed by Lamborghini, and it's got some party tricks. So for example, I mean, it's not on right now, there's going to be too much glare, but you can literally do that, and it goes, the information from here, you can drag it across or kind of send it across to the passenger's screen right there. That's pretty much it about the car. One other thing I forgot, and let me show that to you. This car can actually serve as a bit of a GT as well, because you've got enough space in the front for 2 cabin size cases and more space right behind you for 2 soft bags behind these seats. And by the way, these seats are carbon fiber. They look fantastic. But I think enough about the car. Let's go and do some driving, shall we? Well, here we go on the piste, and I'm already feeling very, very excited about this fantastic lap. Off we go. We've got some new tires on here, so we need to be careful until we warm them up. Well, now the electric motor in the front largely controls the torque vectoring, not largely, it controls the torque vectoring as a matter of fact, and the engine in the back, the electric engine, negates the turbo lag that one might get, and you've got something here. It's a V8 that will keep on producing power, kind of rev after rev. It doesn't plane, it keeps on going, which is just a fantastic bit of technology. The handling is point on. Now we're at the straight, goes all the way up to 10,000 RPM. We change it, I'm already at 280, 290, and then hard on the brakes, fantastic braking. A little bit down, third gear, following the instructor's lines as best as I can. What a beautiful day on Estoril. What a beautiful car. Fantastic. What a privilege it is to be driving this. And here we go. Let's there we go. A bit wide up there. Very wide. But the performance is so fantastic that, oh, I can carry some speed through here. Oh, beautiful. That double clutch 8-speed DCT gearbox is simply magnificent. So are the brakes, so is the performance, and so is this day, as a matter of fact. This is a tricky one. You really got to get this line right. But thankfully, the electronic wizardry of this car makes it look so simple. And then off you go. Whoa! Let's not get too cocky there. And the car just feels light and nimble and so easy to control. Just everything works in perfect harmony. Look at that, at such low revs, I'm about 4,000, and with the tap of that accelerator, you're just all the way at the top. Don't forget to change gears, of course. Beautiful, look at that, a little bit more. Just glide into that corner. Opa, there goes the phone. And then this is the straight where you open it up. Here we go. All the way up to 10,000. Yep. That's 250. That's 280. And that's 296. And very hard on the brakes. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, you really need to concentrate. The sheer speed is just, it creeps up on you unbelievably. And the handling, the balance is very poised, but it does feel rather lively at times. You really need to concentrate, yet the technical and digital wizardry that this car has truly gives you a lot of confidence on one of the more challenging tracks in the world, a former F1 track, of course. Right, and now we go into recharge mode, cool down lap, and what you do is you flick that twice to the left. Now this fantastic car is recharging. Well, as usual, it's not only a track day here, but Lamborghini have brought together a little campus, so to speak. Centro Stilo is their design studio, and they've created a little version of that right here in Estoril, in one of the pits. I'm going to show you a little bit around. So you've got the Temerario here, and it goes through the different kind of design stages and you know, the process and all the hours and days and weeks and months and years of work that they've put into in order to produce these beautiful pieces of machinery. And I'm gonna kind of come over here and I want to show you. See, you've got different kind of design ideas here, the early examples of early sketches, and these, you know, they make them one by one. Then it gets presented to the board, different designs, different wings, different fronts, that kind of thing. And then eventually the board will start voting, and they'll say, you know what, this is the design that we like. And of course, it has to be agreed between the chaps at Centro Stilo and of course the technical side. So for example, you can do a wonderful design. If the aerodynamics don't match, if the technical guys don't like it, they would have to change it. But it's a lengthy process, but I'm sure it's a very, very fun, very, very interesting process. Here we go. Well, here we are as we come to the end of our day here at the legendary Estoril Circuit in Portugal. We've had a great day, a really enlightening day, a really exciting day, starting off with fantastic laps, many laps on this legendary circuit, followed by interviews with everybody from the CEO to the design directors and board members, learning more about the technology that lies beneath this beautiful Lamborghini Temerario and all its variations, and some drifting. And finally, the day has come to an end. That's it from me here in Estoril. But of course, this is not it from Portugal, because I'll be spending the next 8 to 10 days here in Portugal, jumping into a different car, more on that later, and going to Lisbon and Porto and some little towns and villages, and really experiencing this wonderful country that I've never been to before, to be honest. So until next time, I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, tell us what kind of videos you want. But for now, that's it from me.